Welcome to Council Corner. This program was created with the residents in mind. Each episode will explore various aspects of Old Bridge Township.
The goal is to make you aware of all that's available to you and your family. We hope you will enjoy watching, get a lot of good information, and increase your enjoyment of this great town.
Today we have someone very special with us, our new Chief of Police, Tom Montagna. Welcome, Tom.
Thank you.
Very happy to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, very much so. This was quite a process, and we are so excited to have you as our new chief. As the mayor has spoken about it several times.
Yes, one of my campaign promises that I was going to make a permanent chief. We had an acting chief for, I think, about a year and a half. So we had a very rigorous process. There were 11 eligible candidates. 6 decided to move forward. And it was very extensive. We had several interviews, written questionnaires. And at the end, I decided to pick Chief Montagna, and I think I made the right choice.
Mm-hmm. I think the whole town thinks you made
Yeah.
that choice.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. And it's been a whirlwind. A lot's going on. Anita said it's only been 2 months, but it's felt like it's been a lot longer. But the main thing is, you know, when I got sworn in, all the officers that showed up, and that's just how you treat people. And you treat people with respect, and you'll have a lot of support. So it's been a really fun time for me, and I appreciate it. Thank you.
We're both new to the role. And,
Right, we're brand new.
Right.
Everybody's getting...
We have a lot of conversations.
Yes.
And I think we're doing a pretty good job here.
Yes, we're going to meet once a week to stay connected and make sure things are going well. And we're hoping to have more police officers on the show.
Yeah, it's important to have a lot of outreach to the community.
Absolutely.
And a great relationship with government and the police department. Being a team is what I strive to be. And that's a good thing.
Yeah, for the amount of accolades that have been paid to you by your police officers really tells the tale.
Yeah, the
of
morale
how much,
in
you
the
know,
PD,
they are happy with you.
It's shot through the roof, which is a good thing.
Yeah.
And it was a while before we had a permanent chief, and I understand the process. But it's now moving forward and doing good things.
Yeah, there's stability there, and
Yeah.
that's a big plus. It really, really is.
Yeah, that makes all the difference. And I think the exposure that you have through the meetings that you two communicate well with each other, it's really in the best interest of the town, and you move things forward that way, and you identify problems and you identify solutions also. So I think that works out good. But it is true, when we do see people, they're very happy, you know, that you're the chief. Not only the police department, you know, policemen, people in the community have told me, actually, before you became chief, I would always hear from parents and from the school, and it's the parents that they came to me and said what a great relationship you had with the students there and how you treated them and the communication. I think that speaks volumes, and I appreciate that.
Yeah, well, I have, I think, 33 years on the job, you know, and I can't believe how fast it went. I remember when my first interview down in Seaside Park as a Class 1 officer when I was young, and now here I am. And it was a blur. But throughout my career, it was always important, and I always said to myself, to treat people the right way. And getting out in the community, talking to people, just communication, and that's so important. And I've, you know, patrol and being a criminal detective and narcotic detective, and I was in charge of the school security program. All of that experience is where it brought me here today.
Yeah.
So.
Now, how long are you on the force here in Old Bridge?
25 years. Yeah, I started here in 1999.
Yeah.
Mayor Cannon hired me, and I started, like I said, in patrol, and it was important to be aggressive. I was a very aggressive officer. I made a lot of arrests, and I went from patrol to the Criminal Detective Bureau. And being a criminal detective, that was a great experience. It was a great job. I know years ago we used to talk. It's important, and when you have cases and you have victims and they're looking for closure. If you don't make that arrest, but at least they have someone to talk to. That was important. So it was a really positive experience, you know, being a criminal detective.
Well, you get to know Old Bridge inside and out, literally, you know. So now in your position, you've lived what these other officers are doing now, so you can understand, you know, the good and the what's difficult, and, you know, be able to help mentor them along as well.
Yes,
having, you know, stepped in those shoes.
I've touched every part of law enforcement.
Right. That's,
I've been there. I've worked in like I said, narcotics. I worked undercover. You know, plain clothes, surveillance, and that's what I like to do with these younger guys and teach them. And it's important. And we're lucky here in Old Bridge. We have a great group of men and women here.
Yes, you do.
And the residents of Old Bridge, you know, are first priority for them, and it's important.
For our administration, our #1 priority is public safety.
That's right.
We want to keep Old Bridge one of the safest towns in America.
And I believe we're still there.
Yes.
I know we were in
We
the
were five
country.
at-
I think we're in the
yes.
top 10
Yes.
in the country. And I think we're right there.
Oh, I
guess,
think
still.
the way you react to things, you know, right away, if something is going on that you know, comes around, you're there right away to start the process to make this work, to not have a problem. So that's what you need.
Well, also what I found was very important when we had homeowners association meetings, you and your team came there and explained to the homeowners what are important things to keep them safe, what they can do on their side also, which I think is very important.
It's extremely important. And Old Bridge is a big town. It's 42 square miles. We have 70,000 residents. And it's hard to touch all those residents. But and that's something I want to do here with our community policing, is get out into the community, just like the HOA meetings, and talk to different neighborhoods on a smaller level. When I went to the HOA meetings, just handing out my business card, I've been corresponding with so many people, and you don't realize what goes on in different neighborhoods and streets, and a lot of times residents don't know who to talk to, and just having someone on the other side of the police department, it's a good thing. And that's really important to me, that we have a very strong relationship with the community. And we're going to do that. We're going to expand our community policing department. The Youth Police Academy, we saw that. That's important. That's going to be a really good thing, and we haven't done that in a long time. I'm excited to get that going. And we're also going to do a senior police academy, which is a good thing, to teach our seniors, you know, because they become victims of different scams and different type of things, and we want to teach them, you know, about all those things. So that's a good thing.
Yeah, I've had so many residents tell me how happy they were to see you at the HOA meetings and sharing with you. And now when Debbie announced about you becoming the chief, they're just, they're over the moon about it. They really are, because they know you. You know, they
I've been
can put a
corresponding
face.
with them, and it's the smallest little things to the bigger things, and I've been getting a lot of positive feedback.
Just having a presence, I think, is so important, and because people don't understand everything that the police department does, and so having that communication, I really opens up everyone's eyes to what's going on.
Yeah, the HOA connection is such a wonderful thing, because it gets maybe 30 people in a room, but they bring that back, the information, to hundreds of the residents. So it's a really great thing, and you've been coming for a while now.
And I think it's good for us as a new mayor and a new chief to get out into the community together and let everyone know that we're a team. And it's important, and for the residents. And I think we have a really good thing here, going here.
Yeah, the fact that we have such a good relationship and we communicate daily on top of things.
Yeah. I grew up here.
Yeah.
I grew up in Old Bridge, and I honestly can't believe how great Old Bridge is doing right now. When you drive around, you look around the golf course, it's just, it's really good times here in Old Bridge.
Yeah, a lot of positive, and that's what you're exuding too, the positivity. That's what we need. We don't want to, you know, it's not negative. There's so many good things, and this is one of them, having such a new, you know, a new face and just such a positive attitude. It gets to be, you know, everybody likes that. It's contagious, you know.
We have our new K9 program.
Yes, we myself and Captain Pines, we worked hard to put that program together, and we have the 2 canines, Zeus and Apollo, and it was a great process. We actually got to go with the state police and pick the dogs out.
Wow.
And we actually got lucky.
Yeah.
And you like Zeus, you knew right away, like, we wanted that dog. And Apollo, he's a different personality, but we knew we wanted him, and we got lucky.
Yeah.
And we saw with Zeus when he
result.
made that arrest, and that's extremely important. My passion is crime prevention. You know, I want people here to feel safe in their homes.
Yes.
And, you know,
Important.
it's extremely important. And my background, when I worked plain clothes for almost 10 years,
Wow.
you know, that presence is important. Because individuals now in this area are coming into the communities and committing crimes. And we're not going to stand for that.
Well,
Yeah.
that's it. The message is clear. Crime does not pay here.
Right.
If you know, so you have made that very, very clear, and that's what
Yeah.
that's why Debbie is so happy, because you know it's a big town, and she has been totally committed to that.
Yeah, because unfortunately, people are coming from other
Other
towns,
towns.
committing crimes here, and then fleeing because it's close. But we want to make it known that you're not coming to Old Bridge because you're going to get caught.
And that's what happens with all the roadways here, whether it's 9, 18,
Yeah, we're
the
in that
Parkway, they
spot.
just do what they do, and then they get on these roadways. So, you know,
Yeah, the major
they're
highways
coming from all
are
over.
a good route for these individuals to get in town and get out of town pretty quickly. We are currently working a deal with the county to install plate reading technology on our highways.
Right.
So if a stolen car comes into Old Bridge on Route 9, 18, or the Parkway, the police department be alerted right away. And a lot of these individuals steal cars and they come into town. So that's important to me. But just having a plainclothes presence, and it's no secret, we're out there. We're out there, and we're out there, and we're very aggressive.
I know I
And
saw people on Facebook, they saw more tickets were being issued, so they're starting to see a police presence out there.
Route 9 was last year was #1 in accidents, and that's just not acceptable.
Yeah.
So I've been really pushing our guys to be out on the highway. Our traffic and safety unit is out there to slow people down and to prevent accidents. We had 92 injuries last year, and hopefully this year we can reduce that. So you'll see, you know, and we're going to put something out on our Facebook page to the residents of Old Bridge to let us, you know, we're going to start a summer campaign to, slow people down, and so that's important.
Yeah, it is.
We've talked about a traffic safety committee with the residents, partnering, having meetings, so because they know more also where hot spots are, so that would be helpful too.
Yeah, that would be great. We have a really good bunch of guys in traffic and safety, and they're out there, they're passionate too. I've had a lot of meetings with them, which is important. And any areas in town that people, your neighborhood.
If I get complaints, I call the
and we'll
traffic
get our
bureau.
guys out there, and we'll slow people down, and that's important.
Yeah, and the license plate reader is another tool in our toolbox.
yeah.
So,
We
like
have,
she said, a lot
currently
of
we
these
have
cars are stolen.
Yeah.
30 cameras in town, throughout the town, and we're getting another 30, just to keep an eye on things. And then these cameras will have the plate reading technology. So we're in the process of building our data center upstairs where we can view these cameras in real time.
That's great.
So that's good.
That's very good.
I mean, the unfortunate thing is the state kind of handcuffs our police, though, because they let a lot of these criminals out. So we really have to focus on putting a little pressure on the governor's office to help our law
important. And
enforcement officers.
When we arrest these individuals, they let us know that they'll be out in the street.
That's just
you know,
crazy to go put an officer in that position to go through all that process of apprehending someone, and then you send them to the county or wherever, and then they're let loose. I mean, that just happened recently, and people don't realize, I don't think, that it's in our neighborhood, and we want to protect them. That's what the police department's here. And then we do our job, and then something like that happens. And that's another thing I want to mention. I know you have a very good relationship with the county, so the things that you're getting from the county, but maybe you could work on them, that this is not viable.
I think everybody is on the same page now that we need to do something about this. And I think we're going to probably get some reform, with the right people in the right places. So it's important. The safety, people's safety is number one in my book, and that's all part of the equation. If you make an arrest, these individuals should go to jail and stay in jail.
Simple.
It's plain and simple. And then that would reduce crime.
Yeah, absolutely.
Exactly.
It's simple. It's common sense
It
to
is
me.
common sense,
I don't even
but-
think you have to think twice about that.
But in the meantime, we are very, very, very active out there, both in the marked units and on plainclothes capacity.
Yeah.
That's good to know for everyone in Old Bridge, that they know that. It's also good for the criminals to know
Yeah.
that they're
Well,
going to
that's
get.
what I said.
Yeah.
Crime don't.
Yeah.
But the residents are our best asset.
Right.
Yeah.
If they see something, let us know.
Yeah.
Call us, and this way we can start the process and
Yeah.
send people out there. We've been doing it.
Yeah, if you see something
I
suspicious.
told
Yes,
Mary
right.
and you guys let me know on different things,
Yes.
and we'll send people out there.
Yeah.
And just being in that neighborhood, and you can see things and see what's going on.
Yeah, even if it's something silly like I had gotten a call about a car kept circling in the neighborhood. And so we got the license plate and reported because you don't know if they're going to come back because catalytic converters are big now, stealing them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was something that was pretty big. Car theft is obviously pretty big, but like I said, we're not going to stand for any of that.
Good. Good.
So,
Yeah, we're getting a very positive reputation,
yes.
and the citizens know that, and
Yes.
they're appreciative because we are watching out for them and their needs, and that's very important.
And I appreciate all your support, and that's important. That the police department has the support from the township. And that,
Well, we're
100%.
partners. We
Yes.
want things to be good for
Yeah.
everyone.
We're all one team, the whole
Yes,
town. We're
yeah,
just one
grant
team.
money.
We all
we're
live
always
here.
looking
And
for
I
grant
think
money.
with your leadership, with the members of the police department, you're putting people in the right places and moving people where they're the most valuable to get the job done. And I think that you're doing a great job.
yeah, we're increasing training for our officers. That's extremely important.
It is.
We're getting out there, and we're going to, like I said, the community policing part of it. You're going to see a lot of great things coming up from the PD. I want to get out there with the mayor and do smaller community meetings. National Night Out's coming. We're
Yes.
actually, last year was a great success. That was the first time we've
Yeah, it's
done
the
it.
first time.
And this year, it just seems like it's blowing up.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have to actually expand where we have it.
Yeah.
Yes, we will.
Yeah.
Maybe across the street.
We're gonna have both.
Yeah.
This whole municipal parking lot, I believe, is gonna be a lot of good things for the kids and stuff.
Last year I think it was put together in a week.
Oh,
but this
yeah, it
year
was
we're
They did
ready.
great. It
We
was
put it
still
together
great.
pretty
going to
quick
be,
last
it
week, and
was
this
quick.
we've been
Much
having meetings
larger.
right now, so that's going to be a really good thing. And a lot of our officers have asked me about volunteering because a lot of these men and women here, they'd love to do that. So even for the smaller stuff, which is a good thing.
You are watching Council Corner.
We're going to take a commercial break and we'll be right back.
Baby, you see, you're so right for me, and I'm right for you. I love the things you do, like sweet tasting wine. Your lips are so divine. Your loving turns me on. My lonely days are gone. That's why I'm never gonna let you go. Never gonna let you go. Babe, I'm never gonna let you go. No, no, never gonna let you go. Baby, never gonna let you go. Never gonna let you go.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Never gonna let you go.
I don't think that many kids in my son's school even do it.
He makes fun of his friend who vapes.
He would never try it.
She's into soccer.
She's on the honor roll.
She's just not the type.
No way.
No way.
No way.
No way, my kid would never vape.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping. Maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
Hi, I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you prevent wildfires.
Dude, I've got this. I've been camping since I was 5 years old.
But I am a camping influencer.
You know what? I'll bet you $5. Okay. Assistant Smokey, what is the best way to put out a campfire?
To put out a campfire, drown with water, stir, drown again. Then make sure the fire is out cold by feeling with the back of your hand.
Wait, really?
I'll take the $5.
We're here today with the new Chief of Police, Tom Montagna. Yeah, residents like interacting with the police, with the fire department.
Yes.
They do. Last week we had the Special Olympics, and you were so kind to send officers to come and give out the medal. They were so, the kids were so happy to see them. I mean, they marched with, it was just fantastic. So I think the residents really do appreciate, and they like that. And these kind of events are what makes it what Old Bridge really is. And you're the one, the face, you know, bringing this out. When we saw the police, that was so nice. Debbie had,
Karen Lewicki had come to my office, and the event was the next day, and she said, "Oh, I forgot to ask." The children love when the police put the medals on them. I called the chief, and he said immediately,
got it done.
They love to come out for stuff like that.
Well, we made a commitment to safety in this town, and even with equipment, the vehicles, anytime we do a lot through grants, but whatever need, the first thing that we did was the radio. You know,
the radio,
to do that. So, you know, it's important to have the tools that you need to do a good job.
We're expanding our fleet, which is good, and you know, we have a lot of. We just got a technology grant for 1.3 million, I believe, that the township worked hard to get us. So that's a great thing. We're going to buy a lot of great new commitment. We just got another grant for $500,000 to update our data center, and we're going to actually build another one at Cheesequake Fire Department.
Backup.
That's almost done, just in case something happens here. We have another.
There's
emergency backup.
But all of this is through grants that the township is providing us, which is great.
We have a grant company that is really going out there and finding grants, and the town has received millions and millions of dollars in grants because of this. Anything available, we go out for it.
That's fantastic.
And I appreciate that.
That's the support that the
to
administration
do a good job, you need
has
what
dedicated.
You
have to have the tools.
And we're hiring young officers. We have 4 right now that were just interviewed, and you know, that's a good thing. You know, expanding the PD.
And growing it. Yeah, it is absolutely.
The town's growing. Like I said, I grew up here. I went to Cheesequake and then McDivitt, Carl Sandburg, Cedar Ridge High School. So I've been here my entire life.
You understand Old Bridge. And you understand the kids. So that's a really, really good thing.
The main thing is I built this security program for the schools that we currently have, and Old Bridge actually set the bar in the state of New Jersey for school security. And the one, that was probably my top 3. You know, community policing, crime, and school security, and
it's a big thing.
We're expanding that, which is a good thing, and you know, the kids' safety is important.
Well, and the parents, for the parents, that's paramount. You want to know you're sending your child to a school that's safe, and that there'll be, you know, anything goes wrong, there's a plan. So that's important. It really, really is. That's your
it's peace of mind,
right?
And all our officers are now, we're expanding our training there for our officers for you know, incidents, critical incidents, and that type of stuff. So we're doing really good.
We're glad to hear that. I'm sure the whole town is.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, safety, I think, is the #1 concern of everyone.
Absolutely.
Safety is above everything. Recreation.
Yeah. Well, that's why you come to a town. You want to, if you live there, you want it to be safe, and you move to a town if it's safe.
Right.
You know.
Yeah, I drive around here all the time, and I look around. I can see the difference, you know, and you know, Old Bridge is unique.
It is.
And we do things here, you know, 150% all in, and that's just the way we work. And we had that incident, the fire the other day, and we had a meeting afterwards, and we all said that when things happen here in Old Bridge, we got it, and everyone jumps on board, and we're good. So, you know, and you know, I'm just happy that the police department is finally thriving again.
Yeah.
Everybody did a phenomenal job last week.
Yeah.
I went
Debbie
right down
was
there.
so
Debbie was
she was
there
so
and,
impressed.
and she met me there, and it was a chaotic scene.
Sad.
But you did a phenomenal job.
Put it all
everything
together.
was, you know, we had a
Panic is
between
not good.
fire and the school system and the police department, state police, county. It was just a great job, and we're actually doing more training to make sure that when these things happen, we're ready to go. And OEM is important.
Absolutely.
Here, I can't even tell you.
OEM's a nonstop job. It's 24/7.
My God, with the, and I don't know if it's just me, but the storms that are impacting.
Oh my goodness!
us,
This time,
it's the town shuts down.
Yeah, we're constantly getting floods. The same roads are flooded every
trees are
storm.
down. And,
We are so
my
busy when these
goodness,
things happen.
Power outages. It's been
So I
tough.
appreciate OEM for helping us. They're awesome.
Yeah.
So.
But I think it starts with you and your whole attitude.
That's it.
You know, when you're someone that's approachable, you listen, but you're going to direct as well, and that's a good thing. I think everybody understands that, and when you start from the top like that,
and you have a positive vision for things.
Right.
You're like you always think ahead of what needs to be done.
Long
and that's
range planning.
Long range.
That's
and that's
important.
how it is.
You know, 5-year plan is important. 10-year plan is important. But communication is number one. This new generation, these young officers are great, and they're
quick and
they like to ask me for advice, and I love talking to them. I have an open door policy, and
that's another thing. That's really
whatever they need, and you
it's
know,
a tough job. Sometimes you might get emotional.
When I started years ago, it was very strict, but these kids are different. So, and they're out. They want to work. They want to get out there, and they're passionate about it. I have one officer that he's obsessed with stolen cars. So he's out there and he's like, Chief, I'm doing this, he's driving around town, he's pinpointing neighborhoods, and it worked. He actually caught a couple guys in town.
Great.
But that's just their attitude. I said, go for it.
A lot of them were ex-military.
There's a lot of ex-military guys here, and those guys are great. And we're going to promote those guys with social media when they do a great job. You know, we have Facebook, but we're going to try to get a departmental website up to promote the PD and recruitment, to get new officers to come here. So things are good.
It's very complicated, huh?
We're trying to make the police more visible. We're definitely we work so well together.
That's great.
Yeah,
that's the way.
30 years went quick, huh?
Like I said, I started in Seaside Park.
Yes.
1991.
Wow.
That's when I started, and I remember walking in on the first interview to be a Class 1 officer, and they told me when I got the job, I was all excited because I wanted to be a police officer and I wanted to jump in a police car and do good things and lock people up and arrest people. And they brought me outside and they said, Tom, I want to show you your post. I was like, okay. And they pointed to the next block and they said, that's going to be your post for the summer. And I said, what do you mean? And I said, you're going to have to stop traffic. So that's all I did all summer. It was a full uniform like this in 100-degree heat, stopping traffic. And I was
everyone's got to start somewhere. It's all good.
And look where you are now.
Learning
Look where you
experience.
are. Right, you're a good example for those
all
want
those guys
to
I
be.
came up with. They laughed.
You know, it shows hard work from the beginning. You did what you had to do, and that's just the way it is.
Yeah.
You know, and you grow from there.
Yeah, you do.
You were in Spotswood, weren't you?
Yeah, you went from Seaside, and I went to Spotswood Police Department in 1993, and that's a great small little PD. They're right next to us on the bridge, and I learned a lot there. They were my mentor was there. That's how I got into like the narcotics thing. He was big into narcotics, so he showed me the way. And when I came to Old Bridge in 1999, I was ready to go, and I got out there and just made an impact. And Chief Tom Kalu at the time, he's like, Tom, I think you'd be a great detective. I was like, and he pointed me to the detective bureau. And actually, the best part of my career he sent me to the prosecutor's office. I was on loan to the Middlesex County Narcotics Task Force. That was a great experience. And back then, we investigated mid to high level traffic, narcotics trafficking, money laundering, and home invasion, everything and anything we did. And that was the highlight of my career.
Scary things.
I worked a little undercover.
Right.
But it gave you a wealth of
Now
knowledge.
you're visible. Now you're visible.
Yeah.
And being exposed to so many different things, you can help the men in the department, women in the department for things they're doing.
Well, the one thing that's important to me is all these relationships that I established through my career with the county prosecutor offices, state police, FBI, DEA, Postal Service, and all these professional relationships and friendships. If something happened here in Old Bridge, I could pick up the phone and, the FBI, I talked to a bunch of those guys, and whatever they need, there's a lot of free training that they're going to offer our guys.
Great.
So all those resources are important. And like I said, it goes back to how you treat people. So, and it's a good thing for Old Bridge.
Yeah.
Well, even I've heard, we're bordering with Monroe, and like we say, Spotswood or Sayreville, that you have a very good relationship with other departments too. When you communicate with what's going on.
And that's important, especially when you have an incident like the fire the other day, where all our officers are tied up, and then we call other towns and they'll come over to Old Bridge and help us out, which is a good thing. And we have a lot of good surrounding towns here, a lot of supportive chiefs that I've been talking to.
Yeah, that's wonderful. It's really nice to know that there's that you're able to get together, and if something is wrong, everybody's on the same page. Let's just make it work. Let's take care of it. That's very
peace of mind.
You need a strong support system.
Yeah, you sure do.
And when things happen, you pick up the phone and there's people there to help you. That's important.
Yeah, that's
like if there's an impending storm, we have meetings upstairs. We get people from the surrounding towns. We all get together how we're going to handle this. So we're prepared for storms.
Well, that's for the residents.
I think the average person doesn't realize everything that goes on behind the scenes. That's for sure.
We have
a lot of work.
A tremendous amount of responsibility when the storms hit the township and the power outages and flooding. Our police officers, they're so busy just handling the service calls, and you need another dynamic here to handle getting information out to the public and calling JCP&L and calling PSC&G and all those different agencies to get them here. And we actually have a pretty good relationship with JCP&L, and when the power goes out, we can at least get the residents a time frame of when how long the power is going to be out. But that's important.
Yeah, because you don't want public alarm. That's the thing. You want to be ahead of it so they feel like it's being taken care of. They're not happy about it, but they're not worried and crazy, because that's when it starts to fall apart,
The biggest frustration that I see is when people don't know what's going on.
Right. Then they panic.
And they panic, and you need to communicate that out to the public.
And you have that calmness.
Yeah, because everyone has an individual problem. You may have someone sick in your home that needs care and stuff like that. So it's just an extra layer of panic when they don't know what's going on.
And we're trying we have a code red system here. And I encourage people to get on the Old Bridge Township website and sign up for that. And that's an alert system. We only have about 2,000 people that are signed up for that.
Yeah, I know. That's amazing to me.
I'm so glad you mentioned that. I just hope the residents do really
partake of that.
That's important, and that's easy to do. And that's a quick, text or email or phone call about a pending storm or a road closure.
Or an earthquake.
I mean, I thought I was in my office, I thought the building was coming down, which was scary. And a lot of people had no idea. So getting that out to the public right away, it was an earthquake, we're okay.
Yes.
But we're looking at other new systems that the county is offering that we can do a better job at alerting the public.
Yeah, we're looking into a new system that it's going to focus on the area that's involved. Instead of the code red going to everyone, it'll find the exact area, and it's going to reach all the residents. So we're hoping that's going to happen.
We're working with the county right now.
Yeah, because panic is the worst thing.
Yeah.
It makes people do really, dumb
Yeah, you
stuff.
don't know. I mean, sometimes people panic when they see a helicopter in the
Yes.
sky. Why
Oh,
is there a
yeah.
helicopter?
Yeah.
Some people have that doomsday
Yeah.
right away. But
It's natural when
But it
when
is.
an earthquake happened. I immediately was worried about my kids.
Of
you know,
course.
And then when
That's
on
where it
the
goes.
cell phone wasn't working.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And my son happened to be home that day sick with my wife, and no one was answering the phone. So my heart would.
Yeah, well, it always goes.
So that's what I understand, that the residents
Right.
go
Feel
through the
they
same
too.
exact
Exactly.
thing. And as the police department, we can, sue that.
Try to
relax.
try to keep them calm and keep it confident, and that's what you are, and that's what you exude, and that's what the
it's
town
important.
needs.
Yeah, we want the people informed so they
critical.
don't have to panic.
People running around all
Right.
Yeah,
So the quicker we can get the information out to them.
yeah. The quicker you do, the quicker
Right.
they'll calm down.
We try. We like with
Yeah,
the
you did.
explosion. We tried to get it on Facebook as soon as we
Yes.
could.
Yeah, and that was scary because we had the school right across the street, but there was nothing in that building that put any kids in danger.
No.
Thank God.
That's good.
Yeah, and we were lucky Voorhees School was behind, and we were able to evacuate it from behind.
Very good SROs in town.
Yep.
And they were right there. They were right on top of it. We worked very well with the Board of Education and the principals. And
It's important for us to all work together.
We were talking to them, and they knew exactly what the plan was.
Yeah.
And actually, when we moved the kids, just to move them, because the buses, there was some logistics getting the buses in, it went smooth.
Great.
It went smooth. And we actually talked to the school. There's some things we can tweak, and we're doing that. Yeah.
Well, unfortunately, sometimes until an event occurs, you don't see maybe a little wrinkle in the carpet, so to speak, where you have to make a little adjustment.
That's how you learn.
know what I mean? And
That's
then
how
you
you
grow,
learn.
you grow from there, because sometimes until you're in it, you can't see everything,
Yeah.
It's never a dull day.
No.
Always something new.
Something when you're a police officer or mayor or council person.
Yeah.
But, I know we're all passionate about the same thing, and that's the residents of Old Bridge.
Every day it's a new adventure.
Yeah.
Especially here in Old Bridge.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is. It's a diverse community and a lot going on all the time.
It's a great town.
It sure
It
is. We
is.
love
It
it.
really is.
Yep, we love it.
And we hope we all continue to make a positive difference in this
Yeah.
town.
Yeah. We're doing good things, and if anyone's out there that they feel they want to reach out to me, I'm always available. You can stop and see me, or send me an email or a phone call. And I correspond with a lot of people via email. Usually, if they have an issue, they send me an email, and I'll make sure we're on top of it. Or I'll talk to the mayor, and she'll get right on it. And that's important.
Well, we're
Great.
excited. We really appreciate.
We look forward to hearing from other people in the department and
so
tell us
Yeah,
about
expand.
This was a good
they're
thing,
doing.
and I think
Yeah,
what
it's
we're going to
great.
do is we'll have other people, departments come here,
Sure.
and we'll do different. We'll have I think they want there are 2 canines on.
Yeah,
they're
we-
superstars.
We'll see how we could get that going. Get our 2 dogs here, and then we'll expand that, and we'll do some good stuff here. And if anyone
Apollo has
has
to catch up to Zeus, though. Zeus has an arrest.
Oh boy.
Apollo's, he's in training, and Zeus is he's in training also.
Well, hopefully, because they're here, crime's going to be down,
Yeah.
and they can just enjoy being here.
Being doggies about.
Yeah.
But really, no, this was a pleasure having you, and we
would
want the
thank you.
community to
Absolutely.
know, all about you, and we welcome you. We are very excited.
Yes.
I
Wish you all the
appreciate it.
best.
Thank you.
Godspeed.
Yeah.
And we look forward to hearing all the good things.
And
that
thank
are
you
coming
for
down.
saying yes when I walked into the position.
I know that was.
You might leave here and go off.
Yeah.
But it's a big
job. Yep.
Yes.
You know, take it.
We're ready for it.
Yep, we're definitely.
Oh, I could tell.
We're ready to go.
Absolutely.
Reach out to me anytime.
Oh, absolutely.
We will.
You're going to be a regular on this council, Quinn.
Yeah. We'll do a
Sure.
weekly address. I mean,
We want to try to do something like that, a little address every week.
So we
Yes.
can come out here and
Just a short little thing, what's happening. Yeah.
But we're going to definitely start getting out to the community. I've been meeting with different businesses, so maybe we'll
that's
go out to
great,
the different businesses in different parts of the township and do smaller community meetings and just meet the public and see what kind of concerns they have. and address those concerns.
Great. Thank you
You're
so
going to
much.
be busy, that's for
Thank
sure.
you.
We'll be busy. We're all good.
Thank you, Chief.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Pleasure. Thank you for joining us. I hope you enjoyed the program. Today we had the pleasure of having Chief Montagna with us.
Please join us for our next episode.